So the bridge sweep from deep half is almost always my first option. It's the simplest, it's the lowest risk, and you can get them to react in a way that basically gives it to you. But not everything works all the time, right? And so one of the ways that we set it up is we bridge them forward. They think they want to go backward. When they go backward, we take them backward and we come upon at the top. But of course, sometimes your opponent doesn't give you the reaction you're looking for. So what if they're like, I don't want you to bridge me backward, I'm just gonna stay here. What they do is they create space that's gonna allow you to come out and take the back, and that's what we're gonna do next. So I do my entry, and I'm actually gonna show a little bit different entry just for the bonus. If Jesse's up in combat base, I can make a shin-on-shin hook. You can still do, like obviously every technique has a setup, an entry, and a finish, so you can do the entry from deep half in the previous video, but a lot of times if we're rolling and he gets the combat base, I'll put a shin-on-shin hook, cup the outside of his calf, lift, and come right under to the deep half, which is a really simple and effective entry. Seth Smith is very good at this. Let's rotate this way just so they can see. So we're here, right? And we're gonna go for the same sweep that we were before. I wanna dump him that way, but to make him react, I wanna dump him forward. So what if I bridge him forward, and as I'm waiting for him to come back, he just kind of stays there, right? I can no longer bridge him back that way because his weight's committed this way. What he's done is he's created space here. So now what I can do is reach out and come to the back. The most important part of this, some people will call this the crab ride position, is that I keep an active hook here behind his knee. Because now if Jesse tries to turn into me, right, I can stop him. I'm gonna grab his belt and grab his sleeve, bump him forward, take the back. What we really want here, like where this can go wrong, is where they can turn back into us. It's really, the part where this goes wrong with dynamic and athletic opponents, especially no-gi, is if there's no mechanism to stop them from turning into you. Because what can go wrong, if I get my deep half, I bump him, I start to come out to the back, now Jesse turns into me, but now he's on top into this like reverse half, and he's in a better passing position than he was before. I'm no longer in my fixed deep half. So what we need is at least one, and ideally 2 or 3 structures to stop him from turning into me. So here's how we get those structures. And again, this is easier in the gi because we can use gi grips. No gi, this hook is gonna be super important. So we bridge into the back, my head comes out, hook comes in. You notice I'm not using grips. Jesse turned into me, right? I can still stop him from turning into me just with these grips. What I want to do now is grab his belt with my one hand, grab his wrist or his sleeve with my other hand. And now we really can stop him from turning in. Very important you keep your knees flared here. If my knees start to get in, then Jesse can like put weight on me, maybe pop over my knee and come and start to pass. So now I'm just going to stand, pinching forward. My knees are pinching together now. So if he tries to get away, right? Even though I don't have my hooks, I still have a lot of the ability to take his back. I want to throw our seatbelt, throw our hooks, and take him back. So typically, that's something that's you're gonna use against people that aren't really familiar with the deep half position or inexperienced people, because typically people know this isn't a great position for them, right? And they understand that you can scoot out to the back. But an athletic person, particularly no-gi, is gonna try and turn and face. So it's really important we get that hook. In the gi, we need to get the grip to stop them from turning into us, and then you can take the back from deep half.